Hey everybody, I just wanted to hop on here real quick before I continue on with my chores. Taking a little break, but I wanted to update you and kind of let you know how things are going. I went to my final surgeon appointment today, and for him to look at my my stoma site, and it's looking good. And it looks good. It is pretty much closed up now, so that's good. And one of the questions I had for him today was that whenever my stomach does function and does kind of move, I can feel it pulling on my stoma site, and it feels really weird. And it used to do that when my tube was in there. But he said that that is going to happen now because where my stomach, between my stomach and my abdominal wall, is like formed a track, or like a tunnel when I had my tube in there. And so now it's just basically going to be scar tissue, but it's still attached from like the big, the body of my stomach into, you know, like my abdominal wall is going to be attached because of the scar tissue. So whenever my stomach kind of moves, when it does want to digest, it'll pull on that. So I guess that's normal. Hey Mom, that's good. It doesn't hurt as much. When my tube was in there, when my stomach would do that and pull on it, it would pull on that tube and it would just be excruciating pain. But now it just kind of feels like a tug in there. It kind of feels kind of weird and gross, but it's okay, you know, knowing that it's normal. And yesterday was a rough day. Trying to probably think I'm more normal than I am, and so being off my feeding tube, I wanted to try to eat a little bit more normal foods, such as like meats and some fruits and things like that. And needless to say, yesterday did not turn out well at all. Even my medical cannabis didn't really help me out too much. It allowed me to not get sick, thankfully, but it didn't help anything. It's hard to explain it, but so I was kind of miserable all day. But so, you know, just talking with my husband and figuring out what is the best thing for me, and I felt best on my tube formula, or my feeding tube formula, even though I can't have a tube now. We kind of need to simulate that, I guess, because my body does best with that kind of nutrition instead of like solid nutrition, where it has a harder time to break it down and make it usable and things like that. So basically now I'm mostly on a full liquid diet, which consists mostly of a particular kind of boost. It's like the green cap, the green wrapper top. What's the 20 grams of protein one that doesn't have the corn syrup in it. So I'm having like 4 of those a day, and then maybe supplementing with some toast or like some M&Ms or just things like that. And I'm able to still have bites of meat, like to taste, like I used to be able to do with my feeding tube, but I cannot just eat a piece of chicken or like a half a brat or anything like that. It's just not going to work out. It's just not. And figuring that out, it was a little bit hard and kind of final for me in a way, because I was really hoping that there would be some kind of a change when the tube came out, like miraculously I'd be able to eat. But the truth of the matter is I still have gastroparesis. I'm still in the same boat I was in before I had my tube, and so I need to basically use that kind of nutrition that I had when I had my tube, which was, you know, a liquid nutrition. And the particular boost that I have is very comparable to the Peptamen feeding tube formula I was on. It's made by the same company. Nestle makes both of those. Now, I can't say that for the other boosts because there's like a ton of different boosts. There's like Boost Optimums and like Boost like Plus. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff, but this particular one is doing me fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna go back to that and just kind of move on, and just that's kind of my tube feed formula, even though I don't have a tube. So it's just liquid oral nutrition for me. So with a few other things in here and there, which I used to do when I had my tube in it also. So it's just kind of going back to the same, except I just have to drink it now. But yeah, today was better because I didn't eat food. I just have yogurt and these boosts today. So my stomach and everything's a lot more settled. The medical cannabis has actually helped today with my nausea and a little bit of my appetite. Yesterday I had zero appetite, nothing at all. My stomach, there was no functioning happening yesterday. But today is better, so that's hopeful. I was able to go to town today and run some errands without getting tired and weak, which is a plus because it's been a very long time since I've been able to do that. So, more than 7 months since I've been able to do that. So that was nice to be able to go there today and get my chicken feed and actually be able to put the bag, I think it's 40-pound bag of chicken feed in my truck, and that's as far as it got. It's still sitting in there. My husband will get it out tonight, but I at least was able to put it in there. So, but yeah, I mean, things are looking up. It's a little more encouraging now because now I know what I need. I know what my body needs, and I don't have to fart around with trying this, trying that, trying this, trying that, and it's just too much, and it gets ridiculous, and it gets discouraging because whenever you try these things and they don't work out, you get discouraged. And so I don't want to put myself through that. I've been discouraged enough these last 7 months. So I'm just going to move forward with my liquid nutrition and, occasional soft food of whatever, whether it be yogurt or toast or, M&Ms or whatever it is. And just enjoy that and just let that fuel my body. And just like my tube feed formula was fueling me, and then I'm just going to be able to move on and, forget about it because I'm over it. Let's just say that I'm over GI things, over GI problems, but they're always going to be there. So I had to figure out how to deal with it, and that's how I deal with it. So we're just going to go back to what works and not try to keep trialing different things because it's very frustrating, and there's no point, there's no reason to. I'm getting nutrition this way, and I'm functioning, and we will keep an eye on my blood work to make sure my nutrients all stay good. And yeah, so anyway, that's all really. It's just a quick update, but hopefully you guys are having great weather. It's nice today. It's supposed to get really, really hot this weekend again here in the Midwest. Upper 90s and really, really humid, and so probably won't be doing a ton outside that weekend, but we'll probably still, get out and do some things. And I'm thankful that I'm able to feel better enough to do that. I'm thankful today is a better day. Yesterday, like I said, was bad. So I thank you for your prayers. I pray you continue those for me. And I'd actually like to ask that you would pray for, everybody that has gastroparesis, because it can be a very discouraging and very difficult thing to live with, and it can bring you down really quick if you let it. And I'm really trying not to let it. If it gets me down, I try to get back up. It's okay to have down days, but I don't like just stay there. And so gastroparesis is one of those animals that just likes to keep you down. So I just pray that other people with gastroparesis can get out of this discouraged rut and be able to focus on what they can do, what they can eat, and take care of themselves the best they can, and to live their life, whether it's just if you can't get out of bed for whatever reason, even if it's just talking to somebody, sending a note to someone, or something like that, or just maybe painting or doing some kind of creative thing that you can do, or volunteering somewhere or something that doesn't take all of your energy, but do something. But don't forget to live. Life is very, very short, and unfortunately, those with gastroparesis, we are reminded of that every day, because every day we fight for like nutrition, I guess, and to not be malnourished. We fight against malnourishment every day, and it's not something like that can just be cured. Like cancer is a terrible thing, but there's times with people with cancer nowadays, there's a lot of times that it's not so bad in the sense of there's a cure or like treatments, but with this, there is no cure, and the treatments are not good. Some times, whether it's tube feeds or a feeding tube or TPN, or having to have a liquid diet the rest of your life or something like that. But anyway, I'm rambling. That happens, and so anyway, I just wanted to update you and just keep everybody in your prayers that have gastroparesis or even chronic illness in general, and just make sure you live your life. See you later.